Kansas. Let's see. Take that off.
Mark as shipped.
Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker.
Good morning.
Tom.
Hey, let me show you something real fast. Like
Okay.
these are people waiting to get into Sam's. Can you see?
Yeah, if you'll hold the camera still and
Right.
turn down the sun a little bit.
Okay, sorry.
Oh my God, I can see legs. Oh my
Sorry.
gosh.
I can't see what's going on.
It's all right. I can see them. I can see
Yeah,
the line.
because they only let like 30 people in their store at a time, something like
And
Oh
that.
then it turns back to the right there.
Oh my gosh.
You know that I don't know. I'm not sure what they're getting this morning because the toilet paper truck don't come until the afternoon.
Oh my God.
Poor souls. They don't got anything better to do. They might as well stand in line.
That is craziness.
It is. How are y'all this morning?
I'm good. It's Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woohoo! Now you get to stay in the house all freaking weekend.
Yeah.
Woohoo! Just like we did all week.
Yeah, that's right.
And last week and the week before that.
And nothing's changing. So tomorrow it'll be 1 month that kind of this whole thing, since this whole thing started.
Wow. Isn't that incredible?
It is crazy.
I've got to run down to my mom's house, and she can't get on Facebook, so she's going to leave her computer out on the front porch, laptop on the front porch. I will get her reconnected to Facebook.
Oh man.
She's going nuts.
Good morning, Steampunk Town, and Jennifer, and Landshark Picker, Craig. Okay. It's yelling at me. Help me.
Help me.
Hank Allen Cash. I hope everybody's having a good morning. Well, I'm trying. There we go.
Boo.
Boo. You made it!
Barely. With just an inch of my life.
Oh my gosh. I got to show you this shirt before I do anything else. So it says, breaking news. I don't care.
That's good. That's good. I like that.
You had some 3D effect going there. The news part really stands out.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
It was like in your face.
What can I say?
I'm sorry to point that out, but yeah.
I'm sure everybody noticed it, but it wasn't going to say anything. So.
Well, I will, because I'm just like that.
Yep. I understand.
I was dropping dropping Sasha off at work at Sam's Club, and Sam's Club is adjacent to our mall, and it is a total. Oh, it's just totally vacant out here, except for a few cars.
Well, we got a new alert yesterday.
Uh-oh.
And the governor told people that you have to stay. There's no going to different residences anymore because everybody's coming up here already.
Yeah.
So they have until today to get where they're going, and then they got to stay there.
But how are they going to regulate that?
I don't know. I mean,
Just like we're supposed to be at home.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Crazy.
So it was you that says even that posted the thing about you're not supposed to be traveling to your cabin on the lake or river cabins or whatever none of that stuff. You're supposed to stay in your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's, I mean, you would think
that's pretty normal though for people, in a regular situation, right? I mean, they're going to stay up usually they're going to stay home until
the school's out.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they come here.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, do what you have been doing, just because it's you're supposed to stay at home. not go to your vacation home, your summer home, or it ain't summer yet. So.
Oh, you can't buy paint now?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they did
Really?
something. They did something, I think, to stores that have non-essential items, like Walmart. They're closing off those parts of the
aisles.
store.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's stupid.
Well,
I think it's stupid. And if they're going to do this, they just need to shut everything down for 2 weeks and just shut it all down.
I've been saying that for a dang month.
I know.
But how do you do that? How do people get food? And
you give everybody 2 days. You give everybody 2 days, and you tell them that they need to get what they need, and then you have your National Guard go around and check on people to make sure they don't need any medicine, any food, anything. If they don't need to get gas, if they're not going nowhere, they don't need to get this. If they're at home, they shouldn't have to have that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she said non-essential items cannot be sold now.
Yeah. Jennifer
Well, it must be
says
bad up there.
my Lowe's is busy. People are bored and want to get projects done while they're off.
I confess, I just came home from Home Depot.
Mm.
And
and you know what, Maggie?
my kitchen is
I understand.
Is destroyed. We had to go out and look for this tile that they needed they already started this project.
Yeah.
Yikes. I get what they're saying, and I'm one of those people who is in their vacation home. So
Yeah, but you did it before. You did it.
I did it before. But there are people who are just coming now and coming and staying the weekend and then going home. They don't want people going back and forth and out and about and bringing.
And that's exactly what's going to happen here.
Yeah.
It's exactly what's going to happen here because, I mean, we're cold right now. We just had freaking snow yesterday. Right. And how
do you really feel about that, Sally?
I'm really happy about it, let me tell you. But so we just got snow. As soon as it is nicer again, which should be Monday, it's gonna be come here for the week or weekend or a few days and then go back home. It's gonna be like that. Yeah. Because that's how it is every year.
Now that's statewide, Sally.
Oh yeah.
Well, then they just need to stop people at the damn borders then. Build the wall.
See, that's the thing.
Border.
I think they're worried about the legality of that. Dang it, I forgot to change my name again.
Yeah, that's just, I mean, you can't really do that if you're traveling within the state.
I mean, all that they could do is all that they could do is stop people at like
set up
Right.
checkpoints.
Yeah.
And like
You do
down
checkpoints.
here, there's a lot of the people who are here who are vacation homeowners, they just live in North Jersey. So they have New Jersey license plates.
Right.
There's no way, it's only we out of staters that they can tell.
Yeah, there's so many people that's coming from
Yeah.
Detroit area and that area up here, you know, and they do every year. They
Yeah.
have places up here. So
But they don't usually come this early.
no.
Yeah.
They wait
Although-
until kids are out of
Out of
school.
school, if their kids have been let go for the end of the year,
Yes, they have.
might as well go to the, let's go ahead and if they move to the cabin during the summer, then let's go ahead and go to the cabin.
Yeah.
People coming
Right.
from Louisiana are being stopped at the border and told they are on quarantine for 2 weeks.
They've been
I
doing
don't-
that in Delaware too, all out of state.
Wow.
Yep.
I don't know how they manage that or monitor that.
Me neither.
In
But-
Delaware, they were sending out people from the National Guard. They were taking their, if they were stopping people from out of state and asking them where they were going. And if they said they were staying in the state, they got their address of where they were staying and then supposedly sent National Guard out to check on them.
Wow.
Wow.
They were told you can come into the state, but you got to quarantine. Now, whether they can really, really enforce that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I know one thing.
Yes.
Charlotte has two major interstates that crisscross, you know, in town. We have I-85 and we have I-77. And all those damn Yankees, especially on 77 coming from Ohio, if Lori's listening, you know, we have a lot of pass-through traffic. And especially this time of the year when people are supposed to be going to Florida for you know, to Disney World.
Uh-huh.
You know, they just pass right on through. But, you know, people that are dead in, and you know, I mean, I don't think you go through Michigan just to go to Michigan. You don't move on through.
It's getting crazy. Bishop Pickens says, I need a haircut. I'm starting to look like Joe
mine.
Tiger King.
I got
You
going on
sexy
here.
man. You just a sexy man, aren't
Oh my gosh.
He's probably going to have a killer mullet pretty quick.
you? Yeah, Hank, or Mike, they're banning travel in Michigan. And they also they're also shutting off parts of stores that have non-essential items. And then Hank says, I understand your frustration though, Sally. We have been dealing with that every time you turn around. It's a constant thing. People flood us, suck up resources, all in the name of their fun. Yeah. And I guess they did not close the parks, which
Really?
is crazy because everybody will be there on Sunday, I'm sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And
I don't know.
That's why they closed our boardwalks, because people come here on Easter all the time.
Mhm.
So
I thought they closed them already, and I was asking my
Oh,
boss
wow.
about it, and she said, nope, they have not closed them. They are promoting exercise, so they don't want to close the parks. Well, yeah.
you know what I worry
yeah.
about though? I worry
Mhm.
about kids who are
Oh,
now
yeah.
home from school, who may live in a situation where it's not really safe to be at home,
Right.
whose parents don't care. You know, they show parents sitting at home and homeschooling and work doing their homework. How many kids don't have that at home? So now they have no
Right.
adult to go to,
Mhm.
no safe place to be.
There's probably quite a bit of
Yeah,
latchkeying out there right now.
yeah. That's
You know,
that's
I
what
mean,
we're
especially if you
raising.
don't have money for daycare.
I came around.
Yeah.
Glitchy Tom.
Sorry. I just flipped my phone around and was showing a part of Carowinds. Now, Carowinds is supposed to be fully staffed by now. We're waiting for opening day. And they haven't even started. They've taken applications online, but they have not done any interviewing. They haven't. Now, kids that are people that worked for the park last year, they don't have to go through all that interview process and whatnot. But there was an article in the paper talking about that. It'll probably take them till the 1st of June to be ready to open the doors.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big income source for us.
Yeah.
Chicken fried steak.
This is not the COVID picker show.
No.
Stop
we
it.
talk we talk about real shit here though.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. It's getting crazy, but I mean, just like here, the governor banned churches, to big congregations or functions or anything like that, and they were overturned. They got overturned, and the state, the attorney general said you can't do that. That's a whatever on your,
It goes against their constitutional
your
right.
religion, your right to religion. Well, the health department guy came on and said, you know what, I understand that, but you should still be practicing,
Mhm.
Social distancing.
social distancing, not being in big crowds, whether or not, that's your right or whatever.
Unless their church, if they're going by square footage of their church or whatever, then they need to have enough square footage between them to only have 10 people in the church, and that's it, and then they can have church if that's how they have to have it.
Here's how it's worded in North Carolina.
That's
There
like
will be no public groups of larger than 8 people.
yeah.
Law. You will be ticketed. It doesn't say about churches or bars or your birthday party for your chap.
Yeah.
If you have more than 8 people, you will be ticketed. So I think that's how North Carolina's getting around it. They're not specifically
It's like
saying
watching a bad Japanese movie.
You're glitchy, Tom.
Yeah, you're glitching. Your audio is not matching up with your video, so it looks like a Godzilla movie. Where
I was trying to help you out. I was having a little bit of fun, but I was trying to help you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like that
Did you
church
hear what
here.
I said?
Yeah, we heard you. Just your audio was like a few seconds off. That the church here in Monroe, it's the Solid Rock Church, and it's an amphitheater. It's huge inside, and they are still having mass congregation in there. And Mike DeWine, our governor, said, I'm not saying you can't practice your religion. He says, but there's no religion and nothing in the Bible says that you have to put other people's in danger or at risk in order to do so. So you need to use common sense and quit going after the almighty dollar. Follow the word of the almighty God, but he doesn't say grab every dollar you can while you're at it, because that's what it is they want that money right then and there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, and it's a massive church. I mean, I'm sure it's probably been on the news for a week and a half now about how they just will not listen. So they're putting everybody in risk in this area.
Yeah.
And we only had, as of last week, Warren County only had 23 cases of coronavirus. Now that's about doubled. So, and it's because of stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the people, it's like just over here by me, there's a park. There were people playing tennis, kids running all over the tennis court. The adults are practicing, social distancing because they're on either side of the net, but their kids weren't.
Right.
And over in Middletown, there's a group of kids playing basketball. There's a group of kids playing football. It's like, when will people start realizing that this is not a joke? This is something that's very serious.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to take losing a loved one to it for people to open their eyes.
Sure. Yeah, Julie says I've seen a lot of churches do Zoom so people can still have service, and that's a thing now. I mean, it's been a thing for a while. Just regular, everyday situation. And they have service, but now it's actually I think it's great. I think it's great that churches are kind of moving outside, thinking outside the box, and and doing that for people that can't make it to church or whatever.
Yeah,
but,
we have a local church here that does it.
But anybody, I mean, me, I am not going to go into a big crowd of people. I'm not going to go to a function because that's not the thing to do right now.
Right.
We all need to stay home. We all need to, just try to do it for a little bit.
Yeah. At least, do it for someone.
What the hell are people thinking? That's what I want to know. What are people thinking? They're going, the reason we have this 8-person law going is because there were clubs that were still opened up. And they would have 50 people in there.
Yeah.
We've got restaurants shut down now. All of the clubs are shut down now. The only thing open is the stores and the fast foods and the pizza places, but you can't go in. Right. Everything's no contact. They will bring it to you or set it outside. I mean, and Indiana is fining people $180 if you're not an essential worker, or you're not going to or from the store. You're going to get fined for being at the parks and all that, and playing and doing stupid stuff. It's one thing to walk, and be able to keep your distance from other people, but to be able to be sitting there playing basketball and all that stuff, that's just stupid.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Now, Teresa's mom and dad's church, we took some of our audio equipment over there and hooked it up to their mixer board so that they could have church outside on Sunday and everybody sit in their cars. Nobody was in contact with one another.
Yeah.
We brought
absolutely
the pulpit out to they have an overhang. We set her dad up underneath that with the microphone, and and he was happy as a clam, because he was getting depressed because he couldn't preach his word.
Yeah.
And so Teresa made it to where he could. So now he's happy. But
local
everybody stayed in their cars, and there was no, they didn't even pass a collection plate around. And that's usually what keeps them going, is that little collection plate. But they don't even want to take that chance, of somebody having it or somebody having it and giving somebody a change out of something and end up in their, congregation. Somebody gets sick. So it's like, no, we just want to have it. We just want to do it. So
go, Todd, hurry.
Huh?
Am I allowed to talk?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say, our local elementary school, they still got the money coming into the school for the free school lunch program stuff. So they had tables set up in front of the elementary school, and they got a drive through there. And the cafeteria workers and a couple of the teachers were out there with gloves and masks on, and they would put the lunch out on a table, and people were driving by and picking it up the last few days.
Yeah,
they get a packet of homework too, but I don't know.
There's a lot of kids that depend on that school lunch because that might be the only meal they get.
Yeah.
So I mean, we've got our casino over here shut down, but the food workers are working and packing lunches and sending them out on school buses to communities to give out to the kids. And we have deliveries here to there's some people that have a few vans that come and deliver food to people with school-age children so that they can have something to eat. So
I also passed by on my way to pick up my last truckload. Coming back, I passed a place that said free food bank is open, and they had big signs up on the highway, and people were pulling in there and getting packets of food bank food.
Yeah.
Shit, the hot now is on signs up.
What?
I just drove by Krispy Kreme and the hot now sign
good
lit up.
grief.
It's not essential.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know. Donuts are pretty good. I would have to say it's an essential food.
Especially when they're hot.
Ain't nothing better than a fresh donut.
Chicken fried steak says 7-Eleven's doing a free piece of pizza, a banana, and a big gulp for kids during lunch hours.
Oh, that's cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
7-Eleven has done a lot of charity work down through the years. I remember them sponsoring the Muscular Dystrophy Association.
I haven't seen
They
a
were
7-Eleven
like the
around here in
biggest
years.
contributor to muscular dystrophy when
We
Jerry
are too.
Lewis doing those telethons.
Yeah.
And 7-Eleven was not only just donating money, but buying airtime for the show and, volunteering man hours to work, manning phones and such. Yeah. They're a good organization.
They are.
And they've been around a long time now.
Yeah. I don't know.
If you want to negotiate the price of your cable, you need to call them and say, I'm thinking about having to cut my cable out because I'm not working.
What, Valerie, you don't like 7-Eleven?
No, I do.
Oh, okay.
Get fired, or did your mom get fired from 7-Eleven?
I was reading Mike's comment. He said maybe everybody that wants to go to church should have church on a cruise ship in international water. That way everything is legal. They could meet up on in Florida on buses and drop off there too. Yep.
Well, I spent about an hour and a half with the technical director or the technical equipment director of my mom and dad's church, helping them get set up on Zoom. Not Zoom, on StreamYards.
Yeah.
Because they're going to broadcast, so they could broadcast it to their YouTube channel. And their pastor's going to the church, and they're using tape music and all that kind of stuff. And he's still doing the service from the pulpit, but it's being streamed directly to YouTube. And so, everybody can watch it.
Right.
So they send out a link, the YouTube link, so people can go in and watch it. That's what you got to do. If you want to keep your church going, or you want to keep the congregation, involved, you got to do something besides jeopardizing their life.
Yep.
Because all it would take is one person to go into that big amphitheater church that Lori was talking about, and there could be major fallout of that.
Yep, they could be infected and don't even know it and spread it to everybody.
See, that's what I don't get. How can they not think about that?
Because they don't care.
Well, I wouldn't say that they don't care.
I don't think they realize the severity of what's going on. It's
right.
Not. I think I don't know. Maybe they believe in their faith so much that they think that they can't get it, that the Lord won't give it, let them get it. And I think, to me, that's living with blinders on.
Yeah.
I'm all for, worshiping your religion and all that, but you have to have some common sense to go with it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's here. This disease is here.
It's real. And it's around us,
Yep.
Imagine the city of Arlington, Texas is just shut down. They've got Six Flags Over Texas. They've got the Texas Rangers. They got the Dallas Cowboys. It's just a big entertainment complex there. And
where Joel's group is at?
Joel, I got a Charlie horse.
That has a big church.
Joel Osteen.
Isn't he there too? Because hell, he probably draws more people than the damn Dallas Cowboys do.
Yeah, weekly. Yeah, probably.
I gotta take Charlie horse. I can't get it out.
Uh-oh.
I hate those. I
Uh-oh.
usually get them in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's when I get it.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta walk it out.
Mm-hmm.
I've been getting those in my ribs lately from carrying all these boxes plus my meds. They keep me low on water in my system.
There's a thing called, there's a drink. It's tonic water, and it's Schweppes, and it has quinine in it, and quinine actually is it helps with cramping. And Julie
Pickle
says
juice.
pickle juice too.
I
Actually,
love pickle juice.
with cramping, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to have that much sodium.
Me
But
either,
you could try that tonic water. They didn't have any Schweppes yesterday because I was going to get some, but they had some other. It was a tonic water, and it does have the quinine in it, so I got that.
Isn't quinine a malaria remedy or preventative?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it a Schweppes ginger ale?
It's a tonic water. Yeah.
I don't like ginger ale.
I think they make ginger ale too. It's kind of
Yeah, they do.
And tonic water.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm at my mom's house. Let me go get her on Facebook so she can find out what's going on with her family.
All right then.
And,
I hope your mom can understand you because we can't. We're only getting every other word.
Okay. Sorry.
Just kidding.
It's all right. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, that woke you up, huh?
There you go.
Up the nose? Come on now.
I'm just fighting through so many family things now.
Yeah. So my kids or my grandkids, well, my kids and my grandkids, they have this new thing. The mom bought them fishing poles, and so they're fishing out of their pool. So that's a family thing now, where they go home and everybody's got a pole and they're fishing out of the swimming pool, and it's keeping those kids busy.
They ought to get some of those fish. They have like little metal things in them. You can throw them in the pool and then put a little magnet on the end of their pole so they can catch them.
That's a great idea. Yeah. They and actually last night she called me, and so I seen all three. There was three guys out there, and of course they had a bed or something like that, and they were doing it too.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you just kind of have to think outside the box. What kind of things you can do, and make it worthwhile. If you're home with the kids, make it a memorable experience. It doesn't have to be bad.
Yeah, there's all kinds of things.
Get some cardboard boxes and build a fort, or a tunnel, or something. I don't know. I think grown-ups just need to kind of use their imagination, and yeah. Mary says, I laughed. I mentioned hunting squirrel if it gets too bad, and the look I got from my family, laughed my ass off. I had to explain, you could eat squirrel. Darn city kids just don't know it. I mean, if you're hungry, enough, you'll eat anything.
We used to eat squirrel when I was young.
Possum and rabbit, and
I've had rabbit and squirrel. That's about it.
Yeah.
And wild turkey, not the alcohol, an actual wild turkey.
Mike says no Charlie horse, at least on one side of my body forever. Then I would just have the other side to deal with.
I get those in my back part of my ribs and off my back spine. Oh, those hurt. It's like,
Oh man. You know what really helps? Because I get them all the time too. Especially if I move.
uh-huh.
If I move like really quickly, like unexpectedly or whatever. Oh man. Sometimes it just gets me in it. It almost like takes my breath away.
I
But
call them rib cramps.
one thing that helps is coughing. If you cough through it, sometimes that'll kind of relieve it. But man,
I would get them really bad at night when I'd go to lay down in bed in my back, and that's why I sleep in the chair, because I can't lay flat anymore, because every single time I would get them. So I don't know what it is or why. It hits me at the worst at night. I don't know if it's because your ribs are spreading out. I don't know why that is, but both sides. So I sleep in a recliner.
And they got that tonic water at regular grocery, or do you have to go to a liquor store?
No, they have it at regular grocery.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's around where the Verner's is, isn't it? Like the Verner's ginger ale and all that.
Yeah.
And water and all that stuff.
Yeah. So there's Schweppes, and I can't remember what the brand that it was a weird one. Let me go look and see what it was.
Why would they put quinine in it, just to flavor it, or?
I don't know, because quinine is a nutritional supplement.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know why. This is called. It sounds horrible, but it says it's Fever Tree. Is the brand name?
It's what?
Fever Tree.
Right.
Fever Tree.
So
I've seen beavers cut down trees, but I've never seen it.
With an F, I thought fever with an F. I thought she said beaver with a B.
I did too. Show the label again. Beaver Tree. Oh.
But like I said, they have it in. This was kind of expensive. It was
Beaver Tree.
It was like $5.58 for 4 of them. But I know that the Schweppes is a little bit cheaper.
They also might have it in Burners. I'm not sure.
What if you could throw some vodka in there and an olive and be a vodka and tonic?
Yeah. Premium Indian tonic water made with natural flavors,
or martini,
including natural quinine.
Hi, kid. Hi, deep into the sandbox. How you doing?
There you go. Now they are saying that, Mary said that they're saying the zinc and the quinine is supposed to help with the virus. That is what they're saying. I couldn't find any zinc either. They were pretty much wiped out. So I'm assuming that there was a video or something that recommended this quinine and zinc. So they said that a doctor in LA was prescribing his patients that were coming in with corona. He was prescribing them high doses of zinc and quinine, and they were recovering from the virus. And so, he was definitely recommending that.
Yeah.
So, interesting. So I gotta find me some zinc.
I get those cramps in my ribs when I try to wash my butt in the shower.
Good information to know. Thank you, Sally. Oh,
well, I wanted to say it whenever I had my headphones on, but I was across the room stomping on my foot.
Oh my God. only Sally. Only.
Oh my gosh, Sally!
You
when
need a
you wash your butt, you get a cramp.
You need a loofah on a stick.
Oh
It's funny. I got a cramp yesterday when I reached my seat belt. I usually take my left
Oh.
hand, grab the seat belt, go around, the big belly,
Uh-huh.
and then pushing the thing into the slot. Right when I pushed the thing into the slot, my side cramped.
Oh my God.
Like what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess the twisting motion and the pushing
Yep.
down, and
I don't know, Hank.
then with
He
my
was like, how does that even happen? Like,
with my belly in the way, it's hard to see the slot thing to stick the button in. Yeah.
Yeah.
you're talking about slots and buttons and
Buttons and all that.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about. Everybody wears a seat belt.
So deep
Don't give
into
me.
the sandbox says, regarding the virus, I beg you to stock up on essentials now. It's bad here. Where are you at? Deep into the sandbox. Groceries running low. Being out is terrifying. Stock up now.
yeah, we didn't have that problem until about a week after everybody was posting memes on Facebook, and then as soon as I knew it, it was like, holy crap, we gotta get going. And
Oh my gosh. Bumpcrack Picker says, I always learn something on this show. I never heard of a Charlie horse, and I thought it was a cartoon on TV or something. So I Googled.
No,
I
that's
got
Mr. Ed.
my little cow. My calves. I call them my little cows.
Deep into the sandbox says, on a Long Island outside of New York City. Oh man, you guys stay safe over there.
Yeah.
Stay safe. Stay inside.
Yep.
Don't let it get you.
Impossible to get grocery delivery too. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess here they're talking about like people are trying to get groceries like online and go pick them up at Walmart, but there's like no time slots available.
Right.
And so they can't do anything.
So far, we haven't had any issues here, except for the paper products.
Yeah.
So, but now Aldi's they're regulating. They let you get either 2 things of toilet paper or 2 things of paper towels, but not one or the other.
Yeah, here it's only one.
And they let you get one
each.
tray of water. One big thing of water. So we usually, like when we go, we get at least one of each thing, like the water, the toilet paper.
Yeah.
And, just to get a few necessities, but we try to buy for every 2 weeks, buy enough because that's when Teresa gets paid and I get paid, like at the end of the month, and unless I use my PayPal or whatever. But we try to keep from having to go out so much. So we get things that, that we can cook for 2 weeks and last for 2 weeks at a time. A lot of crock pot meals and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I did end up going to Walmart yesterday, and got what I needed. They still don't have. They have toilet paper, but it's just John Wayne, and I've got John Wayne toilet paper already. I don't need any more. And I'm good. I'm good with toilet paper. I've got 6 rolls. The good stuff. And if I have to, I'll go to the John Wayne, but that's only in a tight situation. So, but I actually scored on water because I went to Dollar General and I got 2 trays of water there, which I was kind of surprised that they allowed 2, but I got 2 there. I had one here, and then I got one at Walmart, and so I've got 4. I drink a lot of water, and so that's a necessity for me. And then I stocked up on my drink mix. So
yeah,
I'm good for a while.
That's good.
I'll be good for another week or so.
Mike. He stocked up on everything except toilet paper, and what an idiot.
Well, you could wash your butt in the shower just fine, I'm assuming. You don't get no cramps like I do.
As she falls out of the shower. Oh,
Yeah, Maggie, Todd says, go ahead, Todd. John Wayne toilet paper.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's rough and it's tough and it won't take shit off of nobody.
True grit.
Oh, Mary says she's cooking 2 big meals a week and using the leftovers to use for the rest of the week. That's a great idea.
That's what we do. It's like I made, we call them beef hot shots. So I made a big roast and let it cook down. Then you just shred it and mix it with brown gravy and put it over mashed potatoes on toast. Ooh, yeah, that's good. Turkey hot shots are good too. We do stuff like that.
Like for a week here, we couldn't buy potatoes.
Right.
There was no potatoes.
Well, we resorted to box potatoes. So.
Karen's at the beach says Deep End. I'm waiting for a stop and shop delivery on Monday. I think there's going to be a whole lot of nothing on that delivery truck. Been waiting for 2 weeks. Oh my gosh. And she said there's a young guy on Instagram from Bayshore Stop Shop, and he owns a business. He owns business to challenge Instacart. I don't know. I wouldn't want to live in a big city right now. I wouldn't want to live in. I guess that's a good thing about living in a small town. It's just small and
And see, during the summer, these people that come up and stuff, they don't understand that makes us being right on top of each other, just like it does in the big cities. So it makes it even more challenging to try to stay healthy.
Yep. I don't know. I think every day is just going to get more challenging than the next, and I think we just have to keep trying. I think that's what we got to do. How's sales been?
Well, hit or miss. I got like 4.
I got one on eBay, one Mercury.
That's good. I got 2 on eBay. I sold a massager and a pair of shorts. So
cool.
I got 6 going out.
Good job.
$100 total though, so it's all little goofy stuff,
Hey.
Low value stuff.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Yep.
So is today National Siblings Day? I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
National Sibling?
Yeah. I just thought the photo popped up for the heck of it on my memories. I didn't realize it was that.
Interesting.
Beth posted on Facebook, Dear Casinos, it's no fun losing money, is it?
Oh my gosh.
So, Sally, are y'all still selling everything in your store?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I know a bunch of Walmarts were shutting down portions of the store because it's non-essential.
Well, no, that they just started that.
Mm-hmm.
They just started that yesterday. So, yeah, they started that at our store. Here where I
So
live.
are you gonna be able to like get scratch off tickets?
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, some stores in other places and other gas stations have stopped selling lottery. But they're still open. But if you're going to be open, you might as well freaking sell them. And that's how my boss looks at it.
Yeah,
she's like,
absolutely.
if they're going to keep us open, let's sell everything.
Yeah.
Who cares, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but like, if you can't go in Walmart and buy a video game, you know, or a new telephone, or
TV.
See, I don't
or
really
whatever.
get that. I mean, I get it because they want people to get in and get out. You know, and they don't want people to spend all day in there, you know, shopping and doing that. I mean, I understand that, but you got to keep people coming in to make money. You know, people got to. I don't know. It's kind of a rock and a hard place right there.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Yeah, they didn't have anything, any areas roped off yesterday when I went, so it probably would have been a good thing, but if they had, but because I found some non-essential items, but you know, so. Yeah,
For the love of God, do the road construction now. Yeah, they won't. They even were replacing a bridge. It's actually between our house and George and Lori's house. And they took out the bridge, and then people from Road Commission started getting sick. So they called all the road commission off in Michigan that I know of. It's like, I know it's here. It's postponed. It's put on hold.
How do you do that?
There's no bridge.
There's no bridge. So how do you do that?
They have a detour, but it's like way, yeah.
That's
a 15-minute trip to town is now gonna take 30, 35.
Wow. Well, I mean, you couldn't foresee that, you know. I mean, it just shit happens, you know.
Yeah.
But it seems like you would have had, you know, you could have rounded up another crew of people to come and finish it up, but
yeah, well,
like
as soon as a couple started getting sick, then Patty says construction is still going strong here. Yeah, as soon as they started getting sick, they said that no crews could work together. I know the road commission guy at night who, you know, he runs all the roads, you know, to make sure nothing's slick, you know, to make sure that like he picks up the deer and stuff that gets hit and all that stuff. So and then if trees and all that stuff too. So if he needs more people, then he's got to call more people on, but he's working by himself in a truck. Right. So it's fine for him to work at night, but just not the crews.
Right. Huh. Yeah, they were doing road construction yesterday, and I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of like, you know, how many people does it take to screw in a light bulb when you're going down those construction, you know, parts? Because I swear there was probably 30 people out there with the yellow vest on, and probably one person that was working that I've seen.
That's the way it always looks.
Standing around jabbering their jaws, you know. I was like, oh, okay. Maybe I need to get a job out here.
Right.
Oh,
I don't want a job.
It's Good Friday. So.
It is Good Friday. That's right.
Stock markets are closed today in observance.
Yeah. Most
Can't
banks
remember
are
if they closed for Good Friday last year or not.
banks. I know my bank they closed at noon, I think. Shirley says people are getting impatient and antsy. Absolutely. I think there's a lot of people that are just, they don't know what to do with themselves.
My boss might get a divorce
Holy crap.
because her husband is being a complete jerk because he's stuck at home. He does roofs.
Yeah.
And so he only works at this time of the year in the summer, in the spring and summer. And she said she's, yeah.
Well, she's probably happy to go to work every day, huh?
Oh, yes.
Get
I
away
told her you should, because they have a cabin in the UP. And I said, you should go on vacation and go to the cabin with them. And she goes, nope. She says, I told him to pack his shit and go up to the cabin and don't come home till May 1st.
There you go. That sounds like a good plan.
And I guess he doesn't have any hobbies or anything.
Oh,
He
man.
needs to find one, apparently.
This
Right?
is the truth.
Go
This is
fishing.
the truth. Yeah, something.
Go hunting or something. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do if I didn't have a hobby or eBay. I mean, even if I didn't do eBay, I like to paint stuff. I like to make crafts. I've not done it in years, but I like to do stuff like that if I have the, if I have the stuff to do it, the materials and stuff. But, I like Pinterest, so I'll go on Pinterest and find out how to do something, or, look on YouTube and, figure out how to make something. I mean, there's so much to do with the internet now, it would be really hard for me to just sit here and I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Are you
Yep.
snoring?
Yeah, some people need that time apart. Some, just to have a job, and I know Brandon drives me crazy when he's at home, and I probably do the same to him.
Yeah. That's the way Mike's mom and dad was, because I mean, he would be gone. The dad would be gone like, what is it? Usually 3 months at a time. He was over the road, going here, going there, all over the United States. And so, but when it was time to come home, it was hard for them to, she ran the house. She took care of the kids. She ran the house, and he drove truck. And
yeah,
it's almost like being single,
That's what my dad did when he got out of the Marines. He went into truck driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I never had an interest in that and doing that. My oldest brother did when he got out of the Army. He went into truck driving. I just never had an interest in it.
I thought about it. just so I could travel.
Yeah. The bad thing is when it sounds good, and it sounds like it would be a great way to travel and everything, but when you're in a truck, you can't do nothing. You don't have the opportunity to stop and see the sights most times.
Yeah, because you're on a time.
Drive on through, and that's like Mike. He had never been to Vegas, like been there and stayed. You know, he drove through it several times, but never actually stayed there.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that was the case, you know, a lot of places.
Bambi, you need a diet. My arm's going to sleep.
Find another excuse, Mom.
She's looking at
I'm
me
not
like,
buying it.
your butt's a little chunky. Your butt's a little chunky.
But I think it's supposed to be. Yesterday it was a little bit cooler. We had a hard freeze this morning. And,
Cold here is 33 degrees.
Yeah, it's 36 here. It was 28 this morning.
And Wednesday it was 80 here. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then I think it's Saturday night into Sunday morning. It's supposed to snow. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm gonna try and get I still haven't got the lawn mowed yet.
Mother Nature's got the Rona. 1 minute she's hot, the next minute she's cold.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna try and get the lawn mowed today though. We'll see how that works. I want to get it done before Easter, just so it's a nice clean yard, but it may not happen. I may just have
be shoveling snow on Easter.
Right. Yeah, I guess it probably won't make a difference if it snows, right? So I don't know. We'll see if it's how much of a priority it's going to be today. But hopefully it's going to be a busy weekend, and we'll get lots of sales and yeah.
I didn't get nothing done yesterday. I thought it was a storm that took out the power. It was a stupid semi. It was on a road. On a road it shouldn't have been on. It was on and tried to turn around and took out a power pole. I was like, oh, my goodness. So yeah, I thought it was a storm.
That's great, lady. That lady that sent me the return, but she didn't go through eBay to do the return.
Yeah.
Just sent it. She has no tracking number.
Great.
And it was supposed to be here on the 8th.
It would have been on her receipt.
Sorry for your loss.
She says tracking numbers start with a 9, don't they?
Yeah.
For USPS?
Yeah.
Yeah, hers doesn't.
What's it start with?
Well, she's got a transaction number, and then she's got a receipt number, and then she has a number that starts with a 3.
Don't know what that would be.
381695-9557.
That's not a tracking number.
No.
I know.
Did she send you that, or is it a picture of a receipt?
No,
Tell her to send you a copy of the receipt, the USPS receipt.
Yeah.
So you can get the proper tracking number. She should have opened a return request with eBay. I mean.
Well, yeah, but she didn't listen to me.
Nope.
She's like one of those all knowledgeable, you know.
Yeah. I don't know.
So sad for her.
I would say without a proper receipt or without filing or opening the return on eBay, that item's not covered under eBay return policy.
No.
So unless she's trying to go around eBay and actually say she sent it, but she didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you can say, well, I still don't have it.
Yeah. I mean.
Because you don't.
You can't give her a refund until you get it back. And if you don't get it back. If she
don't give you a proper tracking number, you don't have to give her a refund because you can't track where that package is at to see if she actually sent it.
Yeah.
Right.
So she just can sit there and stew in her own juices until she sends you the tracking number.
Right.
True enough.
I've had
She
people
lives
do
in
that to me
Ohio.
the past.
Lori, go kick her ass for me.
we're in Ohio.
Strongsville. I don't know if you want to kick her ass. She might kick yours.
I don't know.
I doubt it.
Apparently
She don't
that
kick,
was,
as long as she don't kick me in the knee, I got you covered.
All right then.
oh, Patty says I had that happen with a $50 shirt.
Woo-wee.
Yeah. Box in hand. Hi, I'm ready for my return. Oh, I also got to wait here for the bus. Thanks so much.
I was on my way here for vacation anyway, so I figured why not.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Oh, he did send it back, so you just refunded his money when you got it. Yeah. Well,
I hate when they tell you they sent it when they actually didn't, and then you sit there and argue with them, and they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, no, I didn't." It's like,
yeah.
okay. Or they print they print the label that you send them from eBay, and they never ship it.
Yep.
So I just let it go. If it says it's supposed to be here by a certain day, I just let it go until eBay finally sends it an email to me asking if I received it. I said nope, and then they just close it.
Yeah.
So, because if you go on there and pursue it, they're going to give them more time to send it. They'll go send them a reminder. So I just let it go.
Yeah.
Like it's not my responsibility to make sure they send it back. If they're wanting to send it back,
Mm-hmm.
it's on them, not me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I learned
right.
the hard way on that years ago. Not to pursue it. Just let them follow through with it if they're going to. If they don't, then it's on them.
Yep.
So
I do agree.
Yeah.
I do agree.
I don't usually even tell anybody, go ahead and file a return on eBay, because she said she found a yellow spot on this bathing suit. And I looked at the pictures. I didn't see a yellow spot.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I'm like, okay, well, go ahead and return it through eBay, and then you'll get a full return or a refund. And then the next thing I know, she says, well, I sent it yesterday. And it's like, well, you didn't even open a return.
Right.
So she don't send it back. She ain't getting shit.
yeah, they are giving buyers longer time to send it back because
I seen that.
shipping is taking longer.
It's like it was like a month for they were giving this one person to send back something. I was like, geez, you guys don't give us that long to give us, for them to get their return or their money.
Refund, yeah.
You give us like 2 days. I don't know. Crazy.
Sometimes I just want to smack eBay and say, hey, if it wasn't for the sellers, you wouldn't have buyers, which means you wouldn't have any money.
Right.
Both ways. You wouldn't have anything coming from us. So you need to protect the sellers before you protect the buyers. Mm-hmm. Because the old adage, the seller or the buyer is always right, that went out the window years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as people started doing people wrong, that went out the window.
I said it's different in brick and mortar stores, where they can present the thing right there. But when you're online selling, that should not apply because it doesn't to me. So
I'm telling you,
unless it's a mistake I've made, that's a different story.
That whole thing with us not being able to call and close a return, I think that's a bunch of BS too. And
I think it should automatically close once they provide tracking to us, and then it shows delivered to us. That's when it should automatically close on its own.
Mm-hmm.
So unless or at least give it like 24 hours for us to see if there's anything wrong with it. you know,
Right.
and then to, you know, rebuttal or something against it
Mm-hmm.
if there is. But other than that, they
Yeah.
just need to go ahead and close it.
That actually makes me want to do no returns. There's
Mhm.
so many people that do no returns, and they don't, you know, as long as they list the item right,
Mhm.
then, you know, they don't have to worry about all that shit. You know, unless somebody's trying to scam them or something.
Yeah. I thought about doing no returns, but I'm always worried it's going to affect my sales. I mean, because they're starting to climb now.
Me too, but there's
And
even a lot of people in our chat that does no
Mhm.
returns.
I just don't know how that would affect sales. Of course, for you know, I'm kind of on the fence on it because, you know, you go to Walmart, you're usually satisfied with what you buy. You very seldomly return it. Would it be the same way with eBay? Well, it's not going to be if you get somebody that's trying to scam you out of what you have anyway.
Right.
There's going to be an issue there, but most generally, I don't get that many returns.
Me neither.
I got one this week because of I sold a it was a digital Bible, and it was still in the clamshell.
Mhm.
And you know, you couldn't see the batteries. They come with batteries, and you couldn't see them because the instructions inside the clamshell were covering that. Well, when the buyer got it, when you opened it up, they had busted. So
Right.
the whole unit was bad. So, you know, those are the kind of things that, you know, you can't foresee that. So
Mhm.
it's like I took it, it's no problem, you know, just send it back, stuff like that. But it's like that's the first one I've gotten since the glasses, the ones that were broke by the buyer, if you ask me. But
Mhm.
but yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
those are the only two. Those are I've had 2 returns last month, and that's probably the most I've had in a while.
Yeah. I don't usually have a whole lot.
I don't either.
I think before this one, it was like two months ago or something. Yeah, it's
And I
not.
don't know if it's because I scrutinize everything I sell to the point where, you know, if I want to sell something, would it be something I myself would buy?
Mm-hmm.
If it's something I wouldn't buy, like, you know, I wouldn't sell it. So that's the way I look at everything.
Yeah, Liz does no returns, and she says it doesn't affect my sales. I have only had a couple not as described bogus returns.
Mm-hmm. So that's how they get around no returns, is by saying it's not as described.
Right.
So you'd have to be even more diligent with your descriptions and your titles and everything. So, which I'm
Yeah.
pretty diligent with that anyway.
I
Anything that's
try to
wrong
be
with
too.
the slightest little mark, you know, it's like I sold a Hot Wheel and it had a little looked like somebody dripped water on it, about the size of a dime on the back. I took a
Mhm.
picture of it and described it, and, you know, edited the picture and circled it, because, you know, some people collect those for the cards themselves that
Mhm.
the Hot Wheels are on. So that's what I didn't have any issue with that, but
Right.
some people would just throw it in a box and go. But it just bothered me.
Mhm.
I mean, I wouldn't want to buy a Star Wars character that I've been looking for because I keep them in the pack. Now I used to open them, but now I keep them in the pack and then I hang them up and stuff on the wall.
Mhm. What are you doing, Todd?
I don't know.
No,
What does it look like
that's what
I'm
it looks.
doing?
That's what it looks like.
What
Buy
is
a
it?
bunch of cords and
Man, I would have loved to have scored what he got.
I
No, me
know.
too.
He
Oh
got
my
it.
goodness.
He got a great.
I'd have been in nerd heaven there.
Oh man,
It's
there's
like Shangri-La for nerds. All these
Yeah.
games.
I just wish it was all in saleable state right now. It's like okay, you got this console. Now where are the cords? Well,
Mhm.
there's like 5 boxes with cords in it.
Oh my gosh.
and they're all mixed up and tangled.
Well, if you
I
look
love
on
it.
some of them, some of the ends will say Nintendo or or PlayStation
Yep.
or GameCube
just
or
look up
some
the
of them.
number. Look up the number if it doesn't have a name, because
just-
Because I
sometimes
collect consoles, I've got one of every system except for the 5200 and the 7800 in Atari, and I don't have the ColecoVision, so
yeah.
don't have those
I
yet.
might have a 5200. But anyway, yeah, it's like, okay, you found the power cord. Now, where are the controllers? Back to the boxes, you know, and it's, oh man, it's going to be, shut up.
Hey.
Don't do that to me.
The thing is that those cord, even if you have extra cords, those are worth money. I've sold Nintendo cords for like $20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know all
So-
this,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I can't sell
Is it-
any cords until I know if I need them for the consoles that I
Right.
have.
Right.
Right. That's right.
It's like that. It's like I've got
But if you got
Oh, I
five,
would-
tons of
I'd,
stuff.
I'd,
but-
I'd be in seventh heaven. I'd be digging
Oh yeah.
boxes and oh my god, I would love it.
It would be just.
Mhm.
I mean, you need to. You need.
I mean,
to
I brought a
like
box from the church.
like your watches. You know. I mean,
yeah.
just dive into those cords and start
Mhm.
matching them up with the consoles, and
Yeah.
you know.
God,
Once
it's
you
gonna
get
be a
that
pain.
part done, then. But don't look at it as a pain. Look at it as you're doing something to make the item better, and
Yeah.
then you can sell it.
And there's like lots of controllers that are aftermarket.
Yeah.
They don't have like the name brand Atari on it, or they don't have the name brand Xbox on it, or they don't have, they're like,
Yeah.
they say Mad Cats or something else,
Yeah. That's a good brand. Mad Cats is a good brand.
Yeah, but God,
The
what do they go
GameCube
to?
controllers sell really well too. Mad Cat's GameCube controllers, especially if they're wireless. If you have the little dongle or whatever,
Yeah.
those sell
Okay.
good.
And if you find the controller, okay, now where's the dongle?
Yeah. It'll
Maybe
be somewhere.
12 boxes somewhere else.
You'll be
And
doing
I
a
got
lot of
boxes
sorting.
stacked 4 high.
You'll be doing a
So-
lot of sorting.
I know. And cleaning, a bunch of this stuff is
Mhm.
dusty and old Coca-Cola been spilt on it back in 1998, and they took nearly all the disc games because people would steal from the store. They kept the case,
Mhm.
all the
Mhm.
cases out for display for all the different games, but they took all the discs out and kept them behind the counter in a cabinet.
Mhm.
And now all those discs it's just disc
That's-
after disc after disc. And
That's the way GameStop does it.
so you got to match the disc with the case,
Mhm.
Yep.
That's going to be
A pain.
yeah.
You can
And
do
some
it.
of the discs may not have cases, and you don't know until you go through and search and look.
Right.
I was telling Teresa about your find, and she says, "Good Lord, if you found out, we wouldn't see you for months. You'd be over there playing and testing games."
I
I
know.
said, "Yep."
Yeah, it's actually fun, but yeah, what I'm doing now is just doing the easy stuff, like stuff.
Mhm.
That's it, There's no
Yeah.
case,
Just
there's
trying to
no
get trying to get
original
some-
box.
some stuff sold, and
Yeah.
Are you selling them as
money.
untested or?
No, I put tested on all of them.
Okay.
I should be testing them, I guess.
Of course, you can always put pulled from a working environment because.
But these don't break much. I mean, it's just a silicone chip inside of there with it. As long as
Yeah, as long as your pins are clean.
as long as the pins look good.
Yeah. You should be good okay.
I should be able to sell it as working condition, ready to go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, like little things like I've got 6 of these. These
Yeah.
are easy to sell. What you do is you put in your Game Boy and then you put it down into a regular
Nintendo.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a
SNES,
64. Yeah,
so you can
Super
play your Game
Nintendo.
Boy game on a regular
Yep.
gaming console.
Huh.
With
I never
the
had
knew
Game
that.
6 Boy
of these.
Advance.
Never knew that was a thing.
I
Mhm.
listed them yesterday and I already sold one. So
Wow, nice.
I learned something new yesterday too. They have this. There's a mini boom box by, I think it's pronounced Iowa. It's AIWA. You can
Yeah.
play your Sega games on it. You can hook this boom box up to your TV with audio visual, and on the bottom it has a slot door, and it for Sega. I was
Really?
like, now I got to go find one of those. I said, I didn't even know that existed. I thought I knew every console there was. I said, so now that's on my quest, to find that particular boombox. I
Oh
said,
my
thanks a
God.
lot, Facebook. Somebody posted here that they found one. I'm like, God. It was cool. It plays. It also plays Sega Dreamcast CDs in the top.
Wow.
Game CDs. I was like, what?
yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
So the way my back feels right now, I literally must have 2 tons of video game stuff.
Wow. I'd have opened that storage unit door and went, oh, to start.
Have opened that for you.
How many
Yes.
times have you watched my video?
Twice.
Oh, yeah,
I'm bad. I haven't watched it yet.
you're bad.
I watched it and then I had to show it to Teresa. She's like, man. I said, yeah. I said, I'd take out a loan to be able to get something like that and be able to buy out a store. I would love that.
Yeah, and I don't think that this store, a lot of stores when they're closing, they will have a big clearance sale. They'll start at 70% and then go to 50% and then go to, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think this store did. I think when they closed, they just closed.
They
There
shut it
wasn't
down.
there
Dang it.
wasn't a clearance sale as they were closing.
Yeah.
So I think everything that was there when when the store was open. And the owner of the game said she had taken and gone to like a Comic-Con and set up a table,
Mhm.
and in one weekend sold $1,200 worth of this stuff.
Wow.
So I don't, some it's probably been picked over some, but
Well, it looks
yeah.
like that was you got a lot of good stuff anyway. I mean, there's a
Yeah.
lot of good stuff left over, so.
Yeah, I mean,
was
I've
at-
already sold 4 lots of these
Yeah.
for $30 for 10 of them,
Yeah.
and they're just common titles. They're not big, expensive games.
That's
Sorry,
okay.
Sally. I know you want
I guess I'll just go and spend my money elsewhere.
some. You can buy them at the store. Just tell me,
From
and I'll
from
give you
your
a discount.
store? Okay.
I mean, the shipping's going to be the same.
Right.
And if you tell me, hey, this is Sally, will you give me a discount?
Okay.
Hit me up. I'll make you a deal
Okay.
off
There
my
you go.
store.
Okay. I was in a good conversation with you, and my bladder went, you need to go pee right now.
Don't you hate that?
You drank a half a pot of coffee, did you know? You better get down
So,
that
yeah.
hallway, girl.
It's gonna be fun. I hate that it takes up so much room in the house. I can't even walk through my eBay. I can't even walk through my den now.
Don't you know how to
You
stack those
mind?
boxes?
Oh man, they are stacked. They're like 4 and 5 high, Sally.
Like
There's
the
just so
Leaning
many
Tower of
places in
Pisa,
a.
they're like, whoa.
I'm telling you.
I know. I went looking for stuff in my eBay room today, and so I was stacking boxes, and I walked out of there, and I heard crash. I'm
Oh
like,
no.
I don't know what that was. It wasn't nothing breakable, but I stacked all of Brandon's stuff that he had. He had them he has them in packages. All his stuff is clothing, but he had boxes of packages already packaged up or whatever, and I stacked them all up, and that's what crashed. I'm
Uh-oh.
like, yeah, well, he's gonna have to go in there and clean that later.
There you go. Oh my gosh. The things we get into, right?
Yeah.
That's okay.
I have a whole bag of sandals.
Of sandals.
See, little baby sandals.
Oh yeah. Get those up
But
there.
yeah, I've already sold all the girl ones. I don't know what the heck I was thinking.
Shirley says, I'm with you, Hank. I got grandkids who can't work, are bored, and would work cheap. There you go.
Yeah. But you know, they're not even letting lawn people, like single lawn people, do yards.
Really?
Because it's not essential.
Well, I think a yard is essential.
I know you do.
it's yeah. But yeah, that's just me. That's just my thing. Good morning, Rita.
Hi, Rita.
Hope you're having a good day. We're doing
Yeah.
all right.
I printed out my essential paperwork to keep in my car just in case.
That's good.
They gave us a thing, and it mentions every business that's allowed to be open.
Uh-huh.
So basically, we have, it's either 2 or 3 different things that we provide, because we provide kerosene for heating, we provide gasoline, and we provide food. So
Karen's at the beach says, I closed my pro merchant account. So now the few FBA items I have left will have a 99-cent fee. It's not worth paying $39 a month if you can't send anything in. That does make sense.
yeah.
It definitely makes sense. I still have some stuff over there. I'm trying to build up enough for a box. I haven't quite got there yet, but
Oh, that's what I was gonna go look at. I was gonna go look and see because I didn't get your box yesterday. I thought it would.
I don't know.
Would
I
have been.
was looking at the tracking this morning, and I was trying to figure out what the heck is going on with that. So I don't know if it was something with the box or what, but there's no reason why that should be stranded. It's almost like it's stranded, in Kansas City. It looked like it was going. It looked like it was going to different places in Kansas City, like different hubs or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It looks like it was doing that, but there is no. That should be. That's a 2-day, 2 or 3 day, 3 days at the max because it's priority.
Yeah.
So there is no reason why that should have been stranded that long. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I I'm not sure. Because I think it was, what was the weight on it? It was 9 pounds. But I mean, everything went through Poshmark, so I just I don't understand why it's sitting still. So I don't know.
Yeah, and it says the last date on it is April 9th.
But at the bottom it said that it was updated April 10th.
Okay.
So, but I don't know. I don't even know. I don't understand why it's taken so long, but I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. Yeah, see, mine just says April 9th.
Let me look here and see.
And it says that it says April 9th, and it says in transit to next facility.
Right.
Oh yeah, it does look like different. Like it went to Network Distribution Center, and that was for 2 days, and then the next one on the 8th just says Distribution Center. It doesn't say Network Distribution Center.
Yeah.
That is weird.
So I don't know.
Hmm.
But on the very bottom it says last updated April 10th at 7:28 a.m.
Oh.
So I am not. This thing went out on the 5th.
Yeah.
And it still hasn't gotten there. That's been 5 days. So I don't know. Hopefully it'll get there soon.
That's not true, Buying Space, because mine won't be straight by the end of May. But it might be by the end of the year.
Why would you want it straight?
I don't know.
I thank God every day that I have a death pile.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah.
Because, I mean, the things that I sell, and this may not be the case for everybody, but the things that I sell are, I couldn't buy because the thrift stores are closed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be dead out of the water basically if I sold retail arbitrage and stuff like that. Then I probably could figure out a way to make that work. But
I know it's not essential and everything, but I'm going trash digging on freaking Sunday night.
There you go.
Just don't meet with 9 other people because you're only allowed 8 or 9 people in one place.
Go by yourself.
I'm just gonna do it by my own self.
Yep.
Uh-oh, Hank. Hank's having stuff all over. Yeah, saving your ass now for sure. Like, I know sometimes it gets, I put stuff right in front of me, to list or whatever, and then I end up moving it back over there. And then, it goes from there to the garage, or from there to the other heap that I have over there of boxes, and don't be having a trash party. I am not. But yeah, I mean, I try to keep things okay. Oh yeah, that was Naked Man's pile of stuff that's already listed. We ain't worried about that. That's his fault that he's got it in my eBay room.
That's right. That's right.
He needs to put that stuff on his side of the closet in the bedroom. That's my space, dang it.
That's right.
And I have this big wheeled rack in there now. It's about probably about 5. What is it? I don't want to lie to you. About 30 inches across.
Mm-hmm.
So both ways, because it's a wheel.
Mm-hmm.
And then it has these little slots that I can use to divide it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 5 of those wheels on this rack. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to use it for. Because I was going to sell it. But because I know I could sell it. But I can't break down the wheel.
Yeah.
And it would be a huge box. And so I thought,
well, can you do it like local?
Yeah, I don't really want to. I want to keep it.
Well, what are you going to put on it?
I don't know yet.
Oh.
Maybe shoes. Or maybe Brandon could use it to put his packages on. No.
Yeah, shoes might be a good thing. I mean, does it have
Yeah.
like the pins that come out, the rods, or is it actually a circle shelf?
It's a circular. It's kind of like a circular shelf.
Okay.
And it has a pole going through it.
Right.
The middle of it.
Maybe your shoes might do good on it.
And they spin.
Yeah.
Like a lazy Susan.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Your shoes might do really well.
And there's 5 of those wheels, and they're pretty tall.
Yeah.
The sides of them. So.
Yeah. I think you could. I think you could probably try and make that work.
Yeah.
For your shoes. I think that would be a good thing.
I mean, I thought about the door thing. You know, or what Carol, told me about, or Hank, or I know a couple of them were in there on the conversation, but putting the thing over the door and having that. And then I thought, well, I don't have one of those. And so it would cost me money to buy one. So why wouldn't I just like take a bread bag and like all of my flats, I can take a bread bag, tie it at the top, and stick a pin through it on the door.
But I don't know if a pin would hold shoes.
If they're flats. Like, just regular flats.
Yeah.
Then they might.
Or you could have Brandon make you a kind of one of those things. You know what I mean?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Get one of those plastic things with all the pockets.
That's
hangs on the back of the door.
Yep.
But you don't want to spend no money for one.
I don't want to spend money on it. So if I have to, I'll put them on that spinny rack.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was thinking to use the space wisely.
Right.
Thumbtack your flip-flops to the wall. Yeah, that's pretty much basically what it would be doing. But with the, they would be in a bag, and the bag would be tied on top, and then put a tack through it, and so the knot should hold it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or keep it from ripping out the bags.
Yeah.
Hang from this. I don't have a ceiling fan. I'm cold. Yeah. But I just thought I'd like to use my space wisely. So I don't have anything on the back of that one door, and on because there's two doors right next to each other, which is so freaking stupid. But on the back of the other door, there's my jeans rack.
Right.
And so I could only use like half of the space on that side. But that door doesn't even open. So it would be better to like do it there.
Yeah. Yeah. You could try it. I mean, it's worth anything.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Twist tie.
Anything's worth a try.
Hank says put a twist tie or something around the flippers and then hang them in a row on a clothes hanger. I have some flippers stored that way because they're new with the hanger thingy. I don't dry no cats. What are you talking about?
What?
Oh, where would she dry the cats? Oh, you're talking to Hank. I'm confused.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like I need a brownie.
Well, I will tell you, I had a heck of a headache this morning when I started, and
Yeah.
I don't have one now. So.
Oh, good.
Thank
good.
Thank y'all for helping me.
I had that the other day.
Oh man.
Bad.
This is horrible. Horrible.
That was the bad thing about being out. Was it Wednesday, Tuesday? I don't even know. People out cutting their grass, all that pollen stirring up. So, I had a rough time Wednesday.
Yeah.
Hey, did you hear that Pink had corona?
Yeah, her and her daughter.
Her son.
Her son, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she was able to get a test, and she tested positive after her son Jameson had it. She said she didn't know for a bit there. She thought that was going to be the end of her.
That's what I've heard. I remember when Tina had it. I know she had it. I mean, she didn't test for it or anything, but all her symptoms definitely pointed to that.
Lacey
course,
too.
After the fact, but
Mm-hmm.
she had it probably 2 weeks before all this, came up, and yeah, I mean, she was in bad shape.
No,
one of the things that kind of stick in my mind is that she said at the very end of it, she was like, I just feel like I'm drowning.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm, drowning with secretions and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And and that's one of the symptoms, or one of the problems with it is there's just a lot of phlegm.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what we think. Lisa may have had it when she ended up in the hospital that last time, because they didn't know what she had.
Yep.
They tried to say it was H1N1 and influenza A all together. And I didn't catch it. I was with her in the emergency room, and I was with her and they sent her upstairs because Teresa won't ride in the elevator because of her claustrophobia. And all the stairwells are locked off at a certain time in the evening, and you can only get in with a card. And so I rode, went up with her. So I spent a lot of time with her. And then we think Lacey had it too back in late December. So, because she had all the same symptoms, the heaviness on the chest, like you said, she said the same thing. I feel like I'm drowning. She said, I can't get my breath. She said, and the doctors, they didn't know what she had.
Yep.
They said it was a severe upper respiratory, but it wasn't anything like they'd seen before.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like, I've been exposed to it twice, and luckily I haven't caught it yet.
Well, maybe you have antibodies.
Well, I've got the O negative blood too, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I still don't want to take that chance to catch it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I don't know if it's mutated to a stronger strand since they've had it, and or what, but I think it's been here a lot longer than what they told us it was here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people saying, hey, I've had these symptoms back in October, So
I think I had it I think I
What?
had it just
What?
what?
What did you say?
I said I think I had it December, January.
No.
What?
When I went to the clinic and they wouldn't give me anything for cough syrup,
Right.
and then they gave me that Z-Pack or whatever.
Yeah.
Actually, no, they didn't give me a Z-Pack at that time. They gave me something else. They gave me prednisone, and they gave me that cough tablet,
Right.
which doesn't work with the shit.
Right.
And then I had that MRI done at the hospital, and after I had the MRI done, I went straight to the emergency room because I still felt like shit, and that was like, I don't know, a week after or something.
Yeah.
And that's when they gave me the Z-Pack, and they gave me I don't know, I think they gave me what does that start with the M? It's a pain med.
Morphine?
Motrin?
No. The heavy one.
Morphine.
Morphine.
Yeah.
They gave me morphine, and they gave me a Z-Pack to go home. Or actually, no, they didn't give me morphine. They gave me Tylenol with codeine. You guys are crazy in the chat. You bunch of loony people.
Well, I think you I just remembered something.
What?
So there was and I know you're not supposed to believe everything that you read or whatever, but they did say, and this was on the actual CDC site, and it said that there is a new symptom that's coming out that they've it's a rash that is associated with COVID now, and
really?
yeah, it's a rash, and it's very it's painful. It's almost, they say it's almost it's like a hives, so it could even be shingles.
Yeah. Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
I've never had it. I've never had shingles before, but
Me either.
I've taken care of people with shingles, and oh my God, I felt like I wanted to put them out of their misery.
Yeah. So it's probably, it may even be like a cellulitis type of thing too. Because they said that the usually a rash doesn't hurt. It itches, but it usually doesn't hurt. And so anything with the skin, I either think it's like, it has to be, if it hurts, it's probably like a cellulitis or a shingle type of thing going on. Right.
Didn't Todd have shingles? Did Todd, have you had shingles?
I don't think so.
No, my dad did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
I did get the first of the 2 shots for shingles. What do you call it?
Vaccine.
That's good.
Vaccine, yeah.
That's good.
So I had that about a month ago. And you're supposed to take the second shot of it within 2 to 6 months after the first shot. So it's been about a month ago that I had the first shot, and then.
So you got about 7 months before you need the other one?
No.
I thought you said 2 to 6 months.
That's
within 2 to 6 months after the first shot, you're supposed to take the second.
Right.
Okay. So
I've got like 1 to 5 months left to get the second one.
Okay.
Right.
I misunderstood you. Sorry.
It's because you're kind of slow on the uptake.
You're okay.
Your input canal is twisted sideways sometimes, Sally.
I agree there, Todd.
Well,
now your export, it's working fine.
Oh my gosh.
Well, are you saying that I put out easy?
No, I'm saying when you.
Where has this gone? We were talking about shingle. Now we're talking about putting out.
When,
What
Sally,
the heck?
when you hear
He said it. He said it.
No, I mean when you hear something, it goes into the Sally brain and gets all discombobulated sideways and up and down and zigzagged, and then it comes out and it's way different than it went in.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah,
Valerie?
because I'm fucking deaf.
No, that's not why.
Okay.
Maybe
Sorry, are you sleeping?
Who?
Are you sleeping?
No, I was looking at sleeping. Not yet.
Sorry.
I said the F word. You didn't even move.
No, I was reading something. You dropped the F bomb.
I did.
Yeah.
I think that Laurie and that dog are just gonna have a body meld and just
Yep.
She
Yeah.
drives me crazy.
just
Don't
be
you?
like a symbiotic, being.
If I sit in one of the chairs out on the back porch when they're supposed to be out doing their business, she wants to get up in my lap. I said,
Yeah.
You gotta go down there and do your business first. And she looks at me like, Huh. Guess she's getting old. She's starting to turn gray. Like, leave me alone.
Frankie says my 25-year-old son had a rash. I thought at the time like a fever rash. Kind of looked like a heat rash on a baby.
Wow.
So I just think this thing is definitely mutating, and I don't think it's done. I think it's going to continue to mutate.
Unfortunately.
But I'm telling you.
Well, and also people getting it and then maybe getting rid of it and then getting it again, and how much, or how many times they got to get it, and each time that they get it, it might be different.
Yep. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. It's getting cold.
Mike says, not to worry, Sally. We all have built-in Sally translators now. We know what you mean, even when half the time it doesn't match what comes out of your mouth.
Yeah, you flip the switch. Oh, Sally's on. Turn the switch on. Absolutely. I feel you. But the good thing is, Sally, you are off.
I know. I'm for 6 days.
You're off for 6 days, and so you've got so much work to get done.
I know. I just got off work and I'm back on work.
Back to work.
Yeah. I get home and I'm back to work.
But at least that's a choice. That part's a choice for you, and you don't have to work like a dog. You can pick and choose your time.
Yeah.
So, but that's kind of good.
Yeah.
Kind of good.
Now, when I was going back to work, I was like, oh man, there's so much that I wanted to get done still. And I mean, even though I felt like I did a lot on the time that I had off.
Mm-hmm.
And, tried to get little things done here and there. And, the flowers and garden and all of that, wanted to get all of that done, and I did. But then, there was these little little things that I wanted to get done. I'm like, man, I wish I could have get all that done. And then, so now I have to think of all the stuff that I said and get that done within my 6 days off.
It's crazy. Yeah, really need to work on the yard today, but I really need to work today too. So I'm kind of. I mean, if anything else, I can work. I can do the lawn while the sun's up, and then I can work tonight. So.
You know, I'm gonna be a rich bitch just in bottle deposit funds whenever they lift this ban thing, because right now they're not allowing you to return bottles and cans.
Oh.
And that's been on for 2 weeks, maybe. Maybe 3 even. And so my garage has like 10 big old trash bags of bottles and cans. I got like a little fortune in there.
That's crazy. Well, at least you'll have some, save them up, and you'll have some funds to use. So that'd be good. Kind of like a little bank account.
It works.
Oh.
Oh, good job. Oh yeah.
I gotta find the battery cover.
Yeah.
Probably down in that one of 58 boxes.
It'll sell without if you don't find it.
Yeah, that's a $40 bill right there.
Oh yeah.
All day long.
Good job. Sell.
Yeah. Chances are I'm going to sell some stuff. Doesn't have cords, and then a couple of months later I find the cords. I mean, going frickin' rack snacking. I could have gotten 20 more bucks for that.
That's okay.
You'll be fine.
What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
How do you tell somebody to find your store on eBay? What do you do? What do you say? Go to eBay and then what?
Go to Google and type in your store name.
Go to Google?
Yep. That's a quick way to do it.
Yeah.
Type eBay and then the store name, or just the store name?
Just your store name.
Yeah, and it should come up with the link. I don't know how to get it on eBay, to tell you the truth.
You go to advanced.
Yeah.
So where your search bar is on eBay, and you go over to advanced, you click on that, and then down it'll have you like a drop down, and you can it'll say advanced search, and then you can go down to, I think it's by seller. I think that's where it is. Yeah. And then where it says sellers, you go to only show items from. You click on that, and then you put the store name in, and then it'll bring it up. Yep.
Okay, so really you can just go into advanced and then go to sellers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's easier to Google too.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that too.
It's just, that's how I've always done it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I found it. I hit Google and then I hit eBay and my store name.
There you go.
So that's what I'll tell them today.
Yeah, I have Hank says set up a domain that when typed in goes directly to your store. Nice and easy, not 80 steps and having to do magic. I just have mine saved on my computer to where it goes right to my store.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. Lots of work to do today.
Me too.
Yeah, I may have some video games to list.
Hank says frickin'frackin.net. Just for you, Silverhair.
Frickin' frack snacking rabbit. Mule, when I say whoa, I mean whoa. Yosemite Sam references.
Uh-huh.
Frack snack rackin' frack snacking rat. I love those cartoons. God, I grew up on those.
Yeah,
After
he ain't
those
gonna
were
pay for
over
nothing.
with, and Johnny Quest started, and I was like, yeah, Johnny Quest.
He's not gonna pay for nothing like that, Hank. Don't you know him well enough yet? He's a cheapskate.
Down.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up.
Wrap it
up. Yeah. I hope everybody has a great day. We'll see y'all later. Have a great weekend.
You have a great day.
Get lots of sales. And you have a good weekend.
All right, you too. I forgot it was Friday, just so you know.
It's a good Friday.
It's Good Friday. It's not a bad
It's
Friday. It's a good
Friday.
Yes. All right. We'll see y'all on Monday. Have fun. Do the right thing.
Be safe. Stay healthy.
See you later.
Bye.